Burton.
With Joel Osteen. Hey man, you know you're a piece of shit, right? You know, right?
What is going on, losers? Welcome to Lost Loser Podcast. I am your host, Mr. John McQuett. Sitting beside me this week, once again, my beautiful bride, the tots of the show, Miss Andrew McQuett.
Hello.
Coming from us this time from Pocahontas, Arkansas, Mr. Donny Porter.
Hello.
And also coming live from about fucking time, coming from Ashland, Kentucky, Mr. Young Jamie Fortney. What's up, buddy?
What up? I thought I knew who the first dude was for some reason.
Nope. And that if you just jumped in and you heard that, if you're not watching on YouTube and you just heard that wonderful video, that's a TikTok of a young man telling Mr. Joel Osteen everything that anybody that doesn't go to his church or donate him money want to say and call him a piece of shit. But if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, you just seen that. Yes, that was some dude telling Joel Osteen, the mega church, that he was a piece of shit.
Did you see the other Joel Osteen story this week?
Yes, about them finding $600,000 behind a toilet.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's connected. The money's connected.
So that all happened to his mega church that was stolen. All money was stolen from and stuff like that. So, oops, my bust. Oh, well. So, how is everybody? What's going on? Once again, if you're following watch on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're following on Rumble, hit that subscribe button on Rumble. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts, please leave us, or listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. Hello, if you're watching us on Spotify, because you can do that now.
Yeah.
And all of that wonderful stuff. If you're really cool, please go to Anchor, become a subscriber. And if you really want to be a nice guy, go to lostlosers.com, buy a t-shirt, 15% off, a bit, $50 more. Now, how's everyone's week? Everyone doing okay? Everyone alive?
Yeah.
Babe, they don't understand smiles on the camera. You got to speak in the microphone.
I am okay. I had what'd you call it, a mental fucking holy shit breakdown. I wanted to murder everything.
Yeah.
On Monday.
That happens.
It was bad.
But it happens.
So
that's what Mondays are for.
That's right.
This was bad. But I'm okay.
Yeah, I can feel that. Monday was 3 years since I last saw Dad. So
it was a rough. I'm sure it's been a rough week for everybody, but we're all getting in there. We're all surviving. We'll all be okay. So, Donny, you good?
Yes, sir. I'm great. Absolutely great.
How many runs have you made so far?
So, how many runs between Dallas and Arkansas?
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. 4.
Nice.
Ugh.
Damn.
Jesus. You got how many more to go?
2.
So, if you're so Donnie's moving from Dallas up to Pocahontas. Became the new maintenance man at some plant. So, don't chop off a finger or lose anything, buddy. Godspeed. You'll be all right.
Dude, we don't want to make you a video like that one guy that spun in the machine.
See, I'm smarter than that one guy. You know, I don't stick my hands in anything that's got electricity to it.
Good call.
Yep.
That's good.
Fuck them dishwashers.
Fuck the nonsense. Don't be stupid. Don't do the dumb shit.
You just like your wife's like, hey, can you help with the dishes? I told you I don't go near them.
So, all right. Jamie, you're doing well. Everything's good. I mean, besides, that.
Yeah. No, just the anniversary. But Monday me and Haven went and saw My Friend Totoro in Japanese with subtitles and everything at a theater, and that was fucking fun. So,
My Friend Totoro.
Yeah, it's one of the Studio Ghibli films.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it, man. Enlighten us. Studio Ghibli films.
Studio Ghibli. It was this artist, something Ghibli was his name, and started a animation studio. And all of the movies are just really kind of wholesome folk stories made into movies. And so it's mainly just like child's movies, to be honest, but it's really fucking good animation, just entertaining as shit. And it's all 2D animation and hand drawn and stuff. So I like that stuff a lot more than like modern Pixar stuff.
Instead of the computer animated stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's good.
But I'm not a big fan of the whole Japanese anime style of shit. It's just
I get that. Yeah.
Nah, that's the new generation.
It depends
And
on
I still haven't gotten into anime like at all. And it's just like movies here and there that I can watch, and that's about it.
I think the only anime I was told I did finish Cowboy Bebop on. I was told I need to go back and watch the anime of that.
Yeah, you probably should. I've been watching it with Haven. It's really damn good.
The Cowboy Bebop on Netflix. That's a good one. And then the only other anime that I really liked, it was Vampire Hunter D. This dude about
Never heard of it.
It was a good one. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember what it was about, but I remember liking a lot. I just remember the name of it.
And Castlevania has some anime also.
Castlevania was one of my favorite video games growing up.
Yeah, that would be more up your lane.
The new Voltron on Netflix is kind of anime.
Oh. Well, yeah, nothing
style.
much this week. It's been kind of boring.
All right. All right, want to get into the wishes? Weird shit that happened in this past week. You guys got anything? Donnie, you probably have a ton. You've been moving back and forth. No weird shit on the road, or you just zone out on the road?
No, I zone out on the road. My first experience with having a tin roof. We had a gnarly thunderstorm that rolled through the other night. Fucking about 1:30 in the morning. Scared the shit out of me because I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know it was supposed to storm or nothing. And like my house is like in the middle of valleys and shit.
Yeah.
So the lightning just rumbles and rumbles and rumbles. It's so fucking awesome.
So you said tin roof. The first thing that popped in my head was rusted.
Oh, it's got some rust on it.
Get it? So like
B-52s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Shack, baby. Hell yeah, dude! I know all that. So, yeah. So this is the first time you ever stayed in a tin roof during a major storm?
Well, in that house. I mean,
Did you get any sleep?
I've been in tin roofs before, but I just wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't expecting it.
Is that the house that you guys are moving
Yeah.
into? Oh, right on.
Yep. Yeah, I brought up enough stuff for I brought a couch and some of my shit, so I've been sleeping on a couch and just kind of it looks like if you would look at the house like not knowing that I was moving, except for the fence that we just put up, you would think I was squatting there.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You probably are squatting there, and they're just saying they're giving you, or you're just charging you rent money. It's not even
Right.
someone else. They're like, yeah, man, go ahead and
No,
stay there.
They got their squatters right, and now they're just renting it out.
That's exactly it.
No, the mother-in-law knows the owner.
Nice.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's good. So everything's good.
Yeah. Been doing a lot of choring,
Chorin. What are you?
choring, building
What are you-
fences, cutting down trees, and
What are you, a dairy farmer in Letterkenny?
now just
Learning to yodel yet?
doing country shit,
How's the holler?
Oh, I don't holler yet.
No, that's yodeling.
No, that's both a verb and a noun.
That's
now.
a holler is a place.
We went over this.
Yeah,
It's all coming back to me now.
yeah.
I don't remember everything, man.
How is the down in the holler? Not a verb. It's not only a verb, but it's a place now. It's a thing. It's a noun.
I guess it's cool. I don't really know what that place is here yet.
You'll figure it out. Once you're gonna have one of those moments. You're gonna be sitting there and be like,
This is
"Oh,
a holler.
holler, got it." You're gonna be sitting there.
Yeah,
and you're
it's-
like, mother, and you're gonna be like, "Got it." I know what they're now saying. It's the wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia. Got it. It's fantastic. What else, Mr. Donald? I'm getting everyone confused today.
Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot. Just ready for this move to be done.
Yeah.
You moved what, 3 states away and then back 2 states.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
no. Technically just one because Arkansas borders against Texas.
Okay, so 2 states away, back to 1 state.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
So I was thinking you went through Oklahoma. Well, 2 states. 2 states is 2 states. I don't know how to math. Okay. So clearly I can't read a map.
No, yeah, I've done quite a few moves in the last couple of years.
Well, you went from in
Sure.
the last 2 years, you went from New Jersey to Missouri, from Missouri to Texas, from Texas to Arkansas, and you did from Missouri to Texas and Texas to Arkansas within the last 7 months.
Yep. Yeah. I'm like a nomad, dude.
You should really stop chasing pussy and money.
It's mostly the money.
The first one I can get pretty much
Right.
anywhere.
First one just comes to me.
Yeah, look at me. Look
It's
at me.
the beard.
Look at me. I'm adorable.
Bro, I saw a guy in work today. He looked basically like Donny, just that stereotype, that white dude stereotype, and then had the the XXX like 2000s movie.
Mhm.
He had the logo of it tattooed
The
across
triple
the
X?
back of his neck. Yeah.
Vin Diesel triple X tattoo.
Yeah, he had the fucking logo tattooed on the back of his neck, and I just called him out on it and everything. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Was he wearing a Fox Racing shirt?
It was an awkward time in my life.
It was like some racing shirt. It wasn't Fox Racing. I'm
If
not
he-
even joking.
Dude,
It
if he
had
would-
his
Or something.
he had his high vis pants on and everything. Like
Stop it. Stop it.
Jeez.
The high vis leather pants for his crotch rocket bike because he was
Full suit. He's got the full suit on.
because he was the
spine
biker
protector and
boys.
Everything.
so fucking great.
That's
It was like right before I clocked out today, and I was like, thank God I stayed the extra 30 minutes.
Glad I got to see that.
Well, that's
Nope.
being talked. That will be talked about this today. Babe, what's any weird shit that happened to you this past week?
Trying to think.
Besides all your slight breakdown on Monday, which you made it through. You did real good though today. For a breakdown, that wasn't bad. On
Maybe
Monday.
maybe it's just the beginning.
It could be. We might be the tip of the iceberg.
Maybe y'all are gonna wake up to a fucking murder scene one day.
So if we have a murder suicide in the house, guess what
It
happens?
wouldn't be suicide, just murder.
Oh, you're going to go spend time in
Fuck
prison?
you, I ain't killing myself.
I
I love my life.
love me. I'm going to let you know that I love me.
You're on your own, pal.
The reason the murdering is happening isn't because of me.
I really didn't have anything weird.
Actually, you know what? It's more our stories kind of go together. So I probably
Yeah,
should
so I'm
hold
just
on.
gonna.
Back up for a minute and then sorry, my fault. I did this out of turn because I forgot that we had some fun, interesting facts on Friday.
You mean you did?
Yeah, which we'll get into. So, sorry, my bust. We'll reverse this. I'll come back to you, James. What's the weird shit that happened to you this week?
Argument between you and I, and that's really it.
Well, that wasn't an argument. That was someone being dumb and someone's temper going off.
Yeah,
that's
much.
that's what happens when stupidity meets someone who just doesn't have patience for it anymore.
And both of us absolutely hate this time of the year, and
Yeah.
so yeah, it's
makes
just
everything
both
worse.
of us are on edge. Like, and
I'm not
Mom's been calling me out, just being like, "You're too much like him. If you guys start a fight, it's not gonna end."
Unfortunately, your uncle's kid.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said to her. I was like, he denies how much influence he had on me.
Don't deny it. I just said I never realized it. There's a difference. Never put words in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? And you never have to talk for anybody, and we're all okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let the fucking story play out, and we'll all be okay. Never rush to the end. That's all I'm saying for everyone. Never jump to the end of the story. Let the story play out.
Yep.
Sorry. I'm
There you
yelling at
go.
who?
Just in general.
Sure, I'm just not talking. It's my normal voice.
No, I'm just saying.
Just project.
So that's good. So, all right. Sorry, babe. Back to you. So nothing weird
No, not
except for your
really.
trivia night on Friday. Sorry about that.
That was last week technically, but
Oh
yes,
yeah.
my car decided to shit on me again, so that was another fucking add to the.
Seriously?
That was a coffin to the nail again on Monday.
Ugh.
Jeez.
Mhm.
Yeah. She comes
What'd
in.
it do?
The
Ignition coils.
ignition coils went out, so it was misfiring or cylinder number one.
It
That's-
had-
that's-
they
that's
had-
an easy fix.
They had never been changed. Like the guy's like, these are original. Like you had new spark plugs and everything put in last week, or last year. I'm like, oh, okay.
So I forgot I had a tune up last year. And then
But now all is well.
so the ignition
Yeah.
coils went out on her car.
The Malibu lives.
It's usually how it goes once you pay off a vehicle. Everything starts to break. That's like, was that Murphy's Law?
Something like that.
Is that how it goes?
Wrong one.
Is it Murphy's Law is what can go bad will go bad, right?
Oh yes, I
What
thought
were
you were
you-
talking about. I thought you were talking about the computer law that everything
Oh.
doubles every year. I was like, wait a second.
No, Murphy's Law
Murphy's
is
law.
yeah,
Yes.
Murphy's Law. Yeah. So I'm on the right page.
Murphy's
right?
law is anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah.
In other words, my middle name.
Pretty much. So Friday happened. And I want to give a shout out to our neighbors real quick because they invited us to this shindig. So our kids, so obviously our neighbors, that we have kids about the same age. Their one daughter is on the dance team and they're going to nationals in Florida this year. So they had a trivia
Oh,
night
shit.
to raise money for that. Open bar. The last time I drank like this was at Donny's wedding. Donny, how was your wedding in May?
It was a battle of substances,
Besides,
to say the least.
I was seeing shadow figures.
Right.
All right. So I went, all right, it's an open bar. I'm probably not going to drink that much.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
I'm going to eat. Hold on. Let me set the table. Just let me roll here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get us through the finish line. Just give me a few minutes. It's going to take a while. Let me set this table. So open bar, it's at a banquet hall. It's not like it's on school premises. They have open bar.
That was kind of my question. I was like, how?
It's in a banquet hall. They do it at a banquet hall. They do. They have a company comes in, sets this trivia up, runs the entire thing. All the money goes to the school so they can raise money. Their dance team, so they can go to nationals. But I think it is in Orlando this year. They said. I think that's what they said. I could be mistaken. So they set up. They do this. Our neighbors invite us to go. We go. It's a good thing. We go. We donate some money to it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to. Plus, we like our neighbors, or these neighbors at least. So we go. And I go, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to fucking drink that much. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to eat a fucking cookie before I go. So I ate one of the deadly cookies that Mr. Tim has taught our house how to make. Thanks, Tim.
Boy.
And my wife drives. She was like, all right, I'll drive. So we go. I take my one hitter with me. We get to the parking lot. I eat the cookie when we leave the house. We're 15 minutes away. I hit my one hitter a couple times. We go inside. We sit down. I take a sip of my first beer and I go, oh,
Gonna be a long night.
let's buckle up, boys. When that first sip of
If
a
the
beer.
first sip doesn't taste good, it's not happening.
Not
Yeah, that's what-
happening.
yeah. It's
But
like
wait-
that first drink, and your body's like, yes.
Okay, you have three options. When you take that first drink, it's either, yeah, that was what I was expecting, 2 or 3, and I'm done for the day. Or it tastes bad, and you're just like, I'm one and done, and that's
Yeah.
my night for the day. Or you have what happens to me, and you just lean into it. Because now you're double fisting, because my goodness, were these Bud Selects just going down. So here's how so as soon as the first question hits, my cookie sets in. And I say out loud to myself, do not be loud and shout out the answer. The first question was, in 1939, during the filming of this movie, they had to shut down film production because this actor got aluminum poisoning from wearing this suit. Which character was it?
Yeah.
Everyone know the answer?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I go, okay, it's the Tin Man. My neighbor, who is all of 5'2" and 100 or maybe 94 pounds, is across the table and yelling, or what I think is yelling, Tin Man. All as I see is her blonde hair right here. And I go, I'm like, what the fuck? And she goes, what? I'm like, you're right here. Why are you right? You're over there. Why are you here? And she goes, and everyone at the table is now laughing. She goes, what? I'm like, it's easy. We got it. It's Tin Man. She goes, well, she was like, I got excited. I went, listen, I love you, but I want to let you know something. You really freaked me out. She goes, why is that? I'm like, because I ate a cookie and I'm fucking high right now. Everyone, I don't even realize I already said this. This just came out my mouth. My wife, I literally watch her do that right there. Just fuck. The dude next to her, his fiance, that lady, the other dude across from me, and now our neighbors all look at me, and my wife's just doing this. The two ladies across, mouths open, staring at her. The dudes, our neighbors, are laughing because, well, they know who I am. The two dudes are like, "Oh shit!
Did
We're
you
not
bring
gonna
any
get-
more?
No, we're not going to get in trouble tonight." Like you seen at the moment of time
Yeah.
in their eyes that
They
looked
realized
at-
you're all on the
they
same
look-
level.
No, they looked at no matter what, this guy's jumping on the bullet tonight. We can get away with whatever the fuck we want. Like our
Yeah.
wives and girlfriends
Yeah.
aren't going to say shit to us. Like they had that. Oh shit! There's a stranger here. He's fucking weird. We can be dudes. We can be dudes. And let the fucking games begin. 2 questions later, they asked another question, and I would fucking Rain Man that motherfucker. I'm like, it's jazz singer.
Wait, you didn't even know that one.
Yes, it was. That was the jazz singer one. This is where I fucked up. Now, I am flying, going out, doing one hits, double fisting beers. Dude, we are having a blast, laughing. My wife's just taking answers. I'm Rain Man in some of them, just fucking around, pissing off the one lady to no extent. Like I am destroying her religion and her faith in humanity, and I apologize for it because I was an asshole and I don't get out much. And then I made the ass out of myself like no other. And this is where my wife, ladies and gentlemen, is gangster, and I am not. So it came to, theme was 80s theme music. And it's like Golden Girls, Cheers, Night Court. We are just going through. They play one, and I don't know where I was at in my moment in time, but I was like, 18. That is my childhood.
Yeah,
I start, dude, it was question number 7. Was that one? 7 or 8. It was one of the last questions. My wife writes down an answer and then looks at me. And I am going 18. I start telling 18 weird trivia. Did you know at the filming of season 4 premiere that Mr. T quit? Did you know that? Blah, blah, blah. I am telling weird facts about A-Team and going deep. I am so leaning into A-Team that the 4 tables around us, that because I am drunk, high, and loud, around us, changed their answers to A-Team. My wife one-lined her answer, wrote A-Team, we continued. I am still going deep for A-Team.
Mm-hmm.
They're going through the answers, ladies and gentlemen.
You're still carrying on about the 18.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to
A-Team!
think. What else could it be that's similar to the A-Team theme? That's where I'm going. Like, what else is similar enough?
It
wasn't even close.
It wasn't even Would you like to give the answer, babe, of what the answer really was?
It was Magnum PI.
Really?
Fucking
that moment in time, I went, I am way entirely too drunk to be talking. And I just went and just shut up. The dude across the dude across the table went, hey man, you got real quiet. I went, listen, bro, that took the wind right off my sails. It realized I am fucked up and don't need to be in public right now. And I was like, I'm just gonna reel it right on in.
Is that when you stopped tweeting?
Dude, that was pretty much it. That was when I stopped. I was like, I'm done. We were on our way home. Thank God that was second to last fucking.
That was like number 3.
Oh, fuck. We were not even close to being deep. And I was.
Fuck it.
Yep. So I just leaned into that. I'd like to apologize to if you're listening, because my neighbor was like, the one guy at the table was like, me and you are best friends now, buddy. like, we need to hang out. Like, he goes, you got a podcast? I'm like, yep. I'm pretty sure I'll be talking about this on the podcast because I fucked up. That, and then 2 other weird things happened to me. Why at the trivia that I am now going to tell. I put on record. One, I told to my wife. The other one, I did not tell to my wife. At the said trivia.
In the bathroom. Why is whenever I give like such a bullshit like question like that, you're like, well, actually.
So the banquet hall. This is how old school the banquet hall. I almost hit that. I'm gonna fucking put my hand on that. The banquet hall there is so old school that they have ashtrays built into the like built into the wall, like in the bathroom.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it was for smaller people. And so the urinal for the tall guys like me is equal height to the sink. No, I did not pee in the sink.
Another funny one.
No, I did not pee in the sink. One guy made a crucial error. So I'm peeing in the urinal. The sink is about a foot, not a half a foot away from the fucking urinal. A guy comes out of the stall, leans over to start washing his hands as I am peeing. Thank God this guy had glasses on, because as I got done and did the shake, he looked over. I put my fucking wedding tackle back in my pants and zipped up. As this dude and me, as I'm turning and this dude's leaning up, and you could see the freckles of my urine from the shake on his glasses. And we just made eye contact. I was like,
You got too close, bro.
I'm like, you
don't
don't. I'm
use
like,
the sink right next to somebody who's taking a piss.
I'm like, you done with the sink? I just washed my hands, grabbed I walked out. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I am dying laughing at what just happened. Go to stop at the bar, grab a beer. As this is right after the Cardinal trivia, by the way, because
That you sucked at?
Yes, I fucked up. And this dude, not the guy that got my urine on his glasses, but another guy, is a close talker. Do you know what a close talker is?
Yeah. Well, it just gets up in your area and
Right. This guy has no sense of personal space. And
If I can smell your breath, you're too close.
And did not have exactly good breath. Dude, I had to look at this man. I'm like, hey, man, you know there's COVID, right? It's a pandemic. He goes, yeah. I'm like, I know we're not wearing masks. I'm not really worried about it. I'm like, but you don't need to be this close to me when you're talking. And he goes, what? I'm like, you're a close talker. Do you know that? He goes, what do you mean? I'm like, I know that you smoke. Why do I know that? Why should I know that you smoke? Because your mouth is right here when you're making out with me when you're talking, bro. And I'm glad you're an Ozzie Smith fan.
I had one this week where I went up to a urinal. And like, I just never use urinals anyways, but all the stalls were taken. I couldn't just like go sit down and pee because that's what I prefer. Because with the hood, it sometimes just like sprays everywhere. And so like I went up to a urinal and I went up to the tall one and everything. And I was like, I should be fine. Went to go pissed all over the handle because it was too fucking short, even being the tall one.
Your thumbnail got, or your thumbnail got, or not your thumb, your thimble got in the way.
Yeah, because it just kind of like if it's like folded up in a certain way, it'll just kind of like it'll either like split the stream into two different ones, or it'll just like send it off
blowing
in a
up a
random
balloon
direction.
and just letting it go. It's just like
yeah.
How you spell Hanukkah? The Hanukkah
starts with a
clip.
K.
I know. James, sorry, the Hanukkah clip, James. Sorry.
Yep.
Cool. Sorry, but continue. I'm sorry, but your built-in thimble just sprays it everywhere.
Yeah, it, like Donnie said, it's like trying to piss out of a balloon.
Write that down for podcast titles this week. You know, so yeah, so that was our trivia night. Oops, my bust.
Hey man, open bar. Shit like that happens.
It's gonna have that. You're gonna have that. I'm sure. I hope everyone had a good time. I hope everyone had some laughs. I think when people laugh, did they laugh?
Not really. Maybe a few.
Are you just saying that because you didn't laugh? Because our neighbor told me that they thought I was awesome.
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Were you embarrassed?
No, but you were way out of control.
That happens. Open bar, dude. I was like Farva.
Barb over here.
Okay, put it this way: if our roles would have been reversed, you would have grabbed me by the back of the hair and drugged my ass out of there.
Oof. Was I just saying weird shit?
Yes.
No, that's fine. It's weird
To
shit.
be expected.
And y'all should know by now to listen to me when it comes to trivia.
I know this. I should know this. And next time, just keep with your answer and don't listen to me. Why do you listen to me in the first place?
I got all the backwards music right, and everyone's looking at me like, "That's not it." I'm like, "Yes, it is."
I know we came in 4th place. Can you believe this?
You're welcome.
4th place on trivia. Fucking whole bunch of dummies over here. Look out. You know? So, anything else, baby? Got nothing?
Nope.
So, speaking of bad weeks, I mean, James, you thought anybody have a bad week? Yes. No, we didn't really have bad weeks, did we?
It's only Wednesday.
Did
I
you guys?
wasn't in Texas, so
That's a good week.
can't go bad yet. Yeah.
So, did anybody? I know you guys probably didn't catch it. I don't know if you guys caught the highlights, maybe. You okay?
Yep.
Jesus. Well, that's the one you wanted. Just saying. So, did you guys catch the Alec Baldwin 2020 ABC fucking interview, or did you see the highlights or the clips of this?
I have not. I heard about it. I heard that they had one, but I haven't seen anything on it yet.
Jamie, did you see it?
He probably doesn't
No.
even know who Alec Baldwin is.
You know who Alec Baldwin is?
Yeah, Boss Baby has a body.
What is that from?
Boss Baby is a murderer.
Oh, Boss Baby. Got it.
Alec Baldwin voiced Boss Baby, so Boss
forgot about
Baby is a murderer.
He fucking shot someone on the rust. So I thought, like, if he would have just kept his mouth shut and not have done this interview, I think I would have been on his side completely, 100%.
Think he said something he wasn't supposed to.
It wasn't what he said. It was the terrible acting that went along with this interview.
Mm.
He did better acting as Donald Trump on SNL than he did during this interview. Like, he was like, I just looked over and she was. It was like, what the fuck? Oh, dude, don't do this. Don't stop. Who told you to do this interview?
Maybe I'll fire your publicist.
You need to. Yes, it was terrible. And that was a man who doesn't know how to claim responsibility for his action. Because, Donnie, you ever shot a 6-shooter revolver?
Yeah.
Jamie?
Yes, I have. Sorry, I was typing. I didn't want it to be loud.
Oh, you're good. You've shot a 6-shooter revolver, haven't you?
Yes.
So if you pull back the hammer and you drop it,
Yeah.
it will fire a bullet without pulling the trigger.
Yes.
He goes, I did not pull that trigger. I don't know how that gun went off. All I did was pull back the hammer.
Dumbass.
So what it tells me is you didn't know how to fucking use that gun. Shouldn't have been using that gun in the first fucking place, and you fucking shot and killed somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go, stupid.
Wait, so he had a double action and was still like pulling it back?
Supposedly, he just pulled the hammer back. It was a 6-shooter revolver. He pulled the hammer back, and it fucking fell, and fired a bullet. They don't
All
know
I'm
how to
saying is like single action or double action. Because single action is where you have to like pull it back yourself.
Yes.
That's all.
So I'm not for sure, but the hammer still fell, and
Yeah.
now you do this. You had something tragic like that happen. You do this terrible interview, and then all of a sudden, you show up on page 4 of Jeffrey Epstein's Little Black Book.
Oh boy.
Oh, Alec, you have explaining to do.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about not having a good week.
But will he ever have to do any of the explaining?
Fuck no. None of these
Okay.
motherfuckers gonna go down for this shit.
Yep.
None of them. There's Giselle Maxwell fucking trial that they're burying right now. It's never going anywhere.
Mm-mm.
It's never gonna, dude. It's never gonna fucking come of
She'll die.
anything. She'll get Epstein sooner or later. You know. I think it's funny. It like no one's asking questions. Like it came out that Bill Clinton, when he was president of the United States, invited him to the White House 17 times that they know of.
So what exactly did he do?
Nobody knows. He was a investor. They don't know how he came up with his money. They don't know how
He stole it.
They know like that mansion that he had in New York was given to him by a Victoria's Secret CEO.
Because he took over that guy's shares in the company. He
Yeah.
stole it from
Oh yeah,
him.
you watched the.
I watched
yeah.
the documentary about him. He lied about his college education. He was a scam. He was a scam artist that people believed, and he got millions and millions of dollars because of it.
Just Epstein you're talking
Yep.
about?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he did it. So, here, a tale of two friends. This is the tale of two friends I have today. This is all translating into the story, the conversation I had today. So because I cracked Epstein jokes on one buddy, because I couldn't be more of a middle person. I'm coming to terms with this. Like I am. If you need a non-biased opinion, let me know. I'll give it to you. Because I'm pretty sure I don't have feelings anymore. And my friends are the way that attach this. I have friends that are in prison. I have friends that are sitting on a private jet right now texting me because they closed a $30 million deal for their company or some shit like this. And then I have buddies who are their average run-of-the-mill plant managers and do shit like this. And then I have friends that are like, I couldn't do, and then I have day laborers like Donald that are my buddy, that I have friends, and they're all good friends that I will die for. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not naming like groups of people. I'm naming like 5 people that come from all different walks of life.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You know, like it's so fucking weird. Like I literally couldn't be more of a middle. I don't think a middle of a ground person because of my friends. And because my friend who was on his private jet was telling me this, he's like, "Oh, I'm on my client's jet." I'm like, "Oh, Jeffrey Epstein."
You go to the island.
Like coming back from the island, buddy, he goes, "There was no women." I'm like, "Yeah, I bet Bill Clinton was telling you that, big guy." Like it just
Sheer.
No women, just little boys.
yeah, whatever. And then I have a friend that's the plant manager who calls me today to tell me that he finished the Marvel series, the black guy and the fake arm man.
Holy shit.
I know how to translate, and I went, "Oh, what'd you think of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?" Like Jesus.
Just didn't even look at the title. He was like, it was something about a black dude and there was some cripple.
No,
Like,
this motherfucker. And so I was like, Jesus, dude.
are you talking about X-Men?
I'm like, hold on, man. I was like, dude. I'm like, how did you not know that? He goes, listen, and he'll tell you everything about the Falcon, what they can do, what he can do. He's a 40-year-old comic book nerd. He just doesn't know names. So he just like the black guy and the fake arm man. Oh, got it. You got to translate. You got to speak code with this dummy. I'm like, dude, you ever think, and then he has anger issues. And I'm like, dude, you ever think about seeing a shrink? He goes, I did. They said I might have Asperger's. I'm like, that's not a joke, dude. I'm like, please tell me that's not a joke. And he goes, no, really, man. He goes, the professional told me they think I might have Asperger's. And then his brain goes to Epstein, back to Epstein. He goes, did you know they found 250 hard drives in that dude's safe at his mansion in New York? I'm like, what? He goes, 250. Anyways, so that's how we're back to Epstein. 250 hard drives were found in that guy's fucking.
If you watch the
Depending
documentary,
on-
that's not shocking.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that's not a whole lot if you're thinking about the years that
Mhm.
that's within.
Yeah.
And so because I've seen like companies like Footage Room, and it's 300, 500 hard drives that they have to
Jesus.
switch out constantly and stuff like that. So
But that was just
like,
probably the security footage
meh.
just for the mansion.
yeah, like that seems like it would be higher in my opinion.
It probably was higher. That was probably just in one safe.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know,
Burn
so
the rest of them.
And that's not even like being conspiracy theorists. That's just like from other people that collect film. That's not a whole lot.
but that's not a lot. But I wonder what's on those for those to be
Oh, for sure.
chalked
Yeah.
in a safe. You know, this is the same mansion that had a nice mural of, did I say that word right? A painting.
Yep.
Thank you. Of Bill Clinton in a blue dress and red heels.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Did you ever see that picture, Donnie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome. So, speaking of the case, is it weird that all these CEOs are now stepping down, names are coming off out of the book, and that Facebook, Amazon, and now Twitter? I think Twitter's down. I haven't got on Twitter. I tried to get on Twitter to look up an article before we start recording. I can't get on there. Is it weird that all this is happening? Like American Airlines CEO stepped down, Twitter CEO stepped down, Victoria's Secret, like the list continues. All stepping down here in the last month or so. It's like they're all covering their asses or something like this.
I know Twitter guy, he's been trying to get out of it for quite a while though. That's the only one that
supposedly Jack Dorsey has been trying to get out of it for a while, but he stayed on his what's the money thing that the money app that he's a CEO of?
Chairman of
Square.
Yeah, yep.
Square. But he stayed on there, so he's a fucking weirdo, man.
Any interview with him, yeah, like the dude is fucking weird.
He's from St. Louis.
That's not surprising.
Because we're strange here.
Yeah.
Hey man, we just like to keep things fair. That's my motto.
The dude wears like button-up shirts and shorts.
What's wrong with it? Yeah, that's weird. But I don't get that at all. He's a strange one. All right, I want you guys to tell me what's going on here.
Let's see. Damn. Joanna man comes in with the bike slam. It's a giant. That's a dude, right?
I can't answer that question.
I'm not giving my opinion on that.
Woo. What do you think just happened in that video?
That's a giant.
I don't think I can say.
Right there.
That is a giant woman. Dude, when she slammed the bike, she hulked the bike. So
everything's a weapon, man.
I don't think that was a woman.
I don't necessarily think it was either.
Thank you for being the first person to say
I'll
that.
say it. I don't give a fuck.
Thank you.
I have so many jokes running through my head that I cannot
totally
say.
So if I had to guess what was going on in that scenario, and I'm gonna say it, and I can be hated. I don't fucking care. I think the skinny chick that had like super
The
chicken
ball
legs
bat.
said "sir" or something to piss that person off. They got
What's up,
offended
bro?
because they are actually identify as a woman, but it's a man. And that guy got pissed off, threw the bike at her, and like slapped her around, and then went on his merry way.
There's so many gray areas that I have questions about.
Too many.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let you know something. Let's make sure we just call everyone by the correct gender from here on out. You won't get hit with the 10 speed.
Right.
I'm assuming that that's what happened.
I just have the one joke of, well, if we're talking about the equality in sports still, I think this is kind of an example of
Right. Exactly. I'm like, is it still considered domestic abuse? Or is it just assault? kind of charges are we looking at here?
Oh my gosh.
Which one do you think? Like, yeah, where does that fall there? Is that domestic abuse? Is that
It's not domestic. They weren't living together. It was assault.
is assault? I mean, it was a crime there, and someone got the. Jesus, it was so bad.
That's crazy.
I mean, dude,
That was like a grown
I've
man
never-
beating a toddler.
dude, she reached back in time to slap her.
Yeah.
Like, did you see how far back she reached?
I think I'm uncomfortably laughing to an extent because I know she's bigger than me.
Oh yeah.
I know she's at least like 2 or 3 inches taller than me, and I'm just like, fuck. Like that, she is huge.
That was a monster.
Not tiny at all.
No.
Dude, if she would have connected on that slap, that lady would have been like, how far do you think she would have flown?
She'd have
Like,
flipped
luck-
around and-
Luckily, it kind of glanced off her shoulder and like the top of her head, but if you think she would have hit her square, that would have been a murder video. That wouldn't have been a ha funny. Someone got a 10-speed drop. She would have got fucking. That would. You just would have watched a witness to murder.
Just a sack of potatoes falling. Yeah.
Just done. Just done. Now,
Huge bitch.
this is why hockey and their fans are the greatest in the world. Now, if you spit on me, I had this opportunity, I would do the same thing. Okay? If you spit on me, I'm gonna let you know. If I had this opportunity, I'd do the same thing. So this is at a Vegas Golden Knights game, and someone spit on this lady,
Yes.
and this lady took her leg off and started beating the fuck out of this dude for spitting on her.
Fuck yeah.
Look at it.
Sure.
Let's just detach it. Boom. How?
Oh, I thought she had the
Hey,
backwards
everything's
foot
a
for a
weapon.
second.
Dude. Nope. She flipped that thing in reverse and was toes down. She was toes down with that thing. That was the first time that lady's done that. What do you think?
Probably not.
Would you do it?
If someone spit on me, yeah.
That's the most disrespectful thing you could do to someone, spit on them.
I'm just
Yeah, but-
imagining like a crippled grandma just trying to beat her
Bro.
grandchildren, just being like, "What'd you say, asshole?" Like ripping her leg off, just like, "Get over here."
Dude, if that was a Mexican grandma, dude, she would boomerang that motherfucker down the hallway. I'm gonna let you know that because I've had a sandal. Mexican grandma, you just gave Mexican grandma an extra weapon when you gave her a prosthetic leg. I'm gonna let you know that.
When she got diabetes, she just got excited.
Scooter and a weapon.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, scooter and a weapon. Dude, can you fucking? How fucking great is that, dude? Fucking these beat the shit. Da-da-da. So that's fucking fantastic. So a Dallas Stars player, speaking of hockey, invited a girl to a hockey game. And this guy absolutely has a type because she sits down and makes this TikTok video of her and the other girls that he invited to the same game.
Saw that.
Did you see this? I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Dude, they're all sitting there. He goes, and they're all blondes. They all got their Han Solo outfit on, and they're all almost matching outfits. And it's like,
And they're just kind of looking at each other like before they say a word, they know what's going on.
dude, can you imagine? You went to the ticket, you got your dude. You're like, oh man, who name it? Tyler Sagan still play for the
Dallas.
Stars?
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Tyler Sagan. I don't know who the player was. You know what? I better not say a name because that might run somewhere.
Fuck.
So I don't know who it was. But can you imagine she was like, dude, I am second line centerman. Woo! He is sexy. I'm going to watch him play, go buy the game to himself. She's telling all of her girlfriends, dude, he invited me to the game. I can't believe it. Oh, man, we're going to make it. Dude, I bet she wore matching bra and panties. She was planning on, yeah, that's right. She was making plans that night. Gets to the
Probably
game.
didn't eat anything the day before, so she didn't have to take a shit or anything. You know, like,
Maybe a
Had
gummy,
less gag reflex.
maybe a gummy bear diet. You know, that types of things. She was getting all excited. Gets to the game, sits down, and notice her 3 triplets sitting there that are 3 different women. Oh, starts talking. Oh, who are you here? Oh my god. Oh, I'm here with one of the players. Oh yeah, me too. Yeah. Oh, which player? And they find out. Like,
And I'm just imagining the player, he like is playing the game, is like halfway through, like, oh yeah, I invited that girl, and like tries to look around for her, and he's just like, I didn't think all 5 would
shit.
come. Like,
what do you think of that reaction? Was do you think like all the boys on the bench were like, bro, seriously, same game?
yeah, that's my thought, is that there has to be some
You-
knowledge of this.
You invited 4 different puck bunnies to the same game? Like, you're an idiot. Like, why would you all 4 games? Same game. All 4 of them, same game. What do you think?
They went, didn't they?
Clear. Well, humans are stupid.
Ooh.
I know, no, baby, you smart. Humans in general are stupid. Let's be honest.
Agreed.
Dudes are dumb. I get it.
I mean, you could have invited them to different games, but
would-
all 4 of the same.
That's what I'm thinking. You'd want to spread out the happiness, right?
You're a genius.
You would think you would spread that out when you're trying to spread it out.
now I wonder, does the box office like warn him, like, hey, buddy, you made a crucial error. in your draft,
Like,
you might want to
bro.
go ahead and leave after the game. Like, don't stop and say hi to anyone.
Do you reply to a text? You even attempt to go see one of the 4? What do you do?
We're gonna go ahead and mark this down as a loss.
Yeah, like I feel like it's just straight to the locker room and you're out.
Or do you text them, hey, I'm going home after the game. I'm hurt.
Hey, do all 4 of you want to meet me at my place? And just to be like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm shooting for the stars.
Yeah, let's go for it. Here we go.
Literally.
You shooting for the star. Hi-oh. Playing for the stars. Got it. Fuck, that's fucking fantastic, though.
I thought you were looking for the video.
Oh, I know. I'm looking. I know. I got it distracted. Don't worry. Well, we already talked about it, and I'm fucking done with it.
Busting for the stars.
Yeah. Dude, fucking how fantastic.
I want your stars all over me. I was hoping a reaction from Andrea, but
Fucking action. I want your stars on me.
yeah.
Having fucking babies and shit like that. Fucking
Let me
weird.
have your star.
No.
Nope. Bunch of dummies.
I have it. I'm looking.
So I had an
Carry on.
So I had an epiphany the other day.
Epiphany.
Yeah. Can we take the R word back?
Retard.
I want it back.
Can we take it back? Because when I'm thinking here, and I'm going to say this in the most loving and caring way, I'm not the loving and caring way, but I mean this sincerely. I don't want this is going to come. This is already starting off bad. This is starting off bad already. But this actually comes from the heart. When you say the R word, you're thinking of people with Down syndrome. I think those people are better than me because they have an extra chromosome. And have you ever met someone with Down syndrome that was an angry asshole? No, they're all big fucking sweethearts in love of life.
Yeah.
Which makes them better than me because I'm a fucking big dumb asshole with not that many chromosomes. So I think they're better people than me. So when I say an R word, I'm actually thinking about, well, people like me. Can we start bringing that word back, or is it going to be a slow revolution, or is this just never going to happen? I should probably just can't exit. Because
that one's weird to me because it doesn't feel, and that's all I'm going off of. It doesn't feel nearly as bad as other words, obviously.
Yeah, like I'm not going to call a gay man the F word.
Yeah, and that's exactly what my thought is. Like, even because the R word and the F word were like two big words to use in the early 2000s, right? Like South Park said it, yada yada.
The
But
early
like
2000.
the F,
Wait, tell me, the R and F word
Yeah.
have been big words to use since like dawn of time.
exactly. But like early 2000s, that's what a lot of people point at in like South Park humor and stuff like that. And like the F word now, like really does have that kind of connotation of like, oh shit, you said that. The R word, it seems so just like non-consequential. And just like when people say ableist shit to me, and I'm just like, bro, that's not the fucking point. When I'm saying this word, it's not targeting anyone.
Yeah, I'm not saying it because I'm talking about someone that was born with a birth defect. I'm talking about the Toby down the street that lives in the trailer that's beating on his wife. That
Yeah.
the redneck Hoosier that clearly is cooking meth and makes bad decisions. That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know.
I think that video was pulled, by the way.
Oh, did they pull it?
You sent it to me. I have everything on there, and it was sorry. This video is not available.
Oh, they pulled the video.
I have Chanukah.
Oh, do you have that one?
Yeah. Here.
Oh, hey, all right, Jamie, pull that video up real quick. I gotta show Donnie. You gotta see this one. This is great.
Hey, Marco, how you doing? Surprise,
listen.
surprise. This is Smokey Robinson. I know you didn't expect to hear from me, but I was contacted by your sons, Jeff and Jared, and they told me that you used to live in Detroit across the street from me, and gosh, that's beautiful. How you doing again? Nice talking to you again, I guess. But anyway, you're living in Vancouver now, and they wanted me to wish you happy Chanukah. I have no idea what Chanukah is. But happy Chanukah because they said so. Anyway, God bless you, babe, and enjoy.
Happy Chanukah.
We just want to wish everyone a happy Chanukah.
Oh my god.
Fucking Smokey Robinson.
Thank you, Smokey Robinson, for that soundbite. We appreciate you.
Want to wish you a happy Chanukah.
Can you say my enunciation is bad?
Chanukah.
That is clearly a man. I'm not saying Smokey Robinson didn't know that it was Hanukkah. That's a man that just never seen Hanukkah written down before on a piece of paper.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gone on he was reading from somewhere, and instead of asking what this word was, he was just reading it and was just like, "Oh, I know how to I know how to enunciate. It's fine." And then sent it and was like, "I've never seen Hanukkah written down before."
I bet you he cried.
So
Some tears.
I
of a
feel
clown.
like you guys would be like one of the few people, yeah, just like sitting there like just like, oh, what did I do? Just like,
You can't.
am I gonna offend people? Like, yeah. I feel like Donnie and John are the few people that would be able to relate to this. But has there been times where you ask like a genuine question and then like someone outside of the conversation turns to you and tells you that's a racist question?
No, not necessarily.
I don't think I've ever had. I mean, I've been called a racist, but that's because, well, everyone knows me as I keep everything down the line. So I get called a racist because I'm like, well, if he wouldn't have done this, he wouldn't have been in that situation. So he's kind of an idiot. He put himself in that thought. I'm like, he's just playing victim. That's racist. Okay, but if the white man did it, yeah, okay, yeah, but yeah, I get called racist because I have conversations like that all the time. But I never said something out loud. It was like, that's racist.
I just remember talking about Hanukkah. I just remember there was a time in middle school where I was talking to a kid and I was like, hey, what you doing for Christmas and stuff? And he was just like, I don't celebrate it. My family actually celebrate Hanukkah. We're all Jewish. And just like turned to the kid and I was like, oh, it was like the first Jewish kid that I met, like him openly talking about it and stuff like that. And was like, oh, so you're Jewish, and like started asking questions about Hanukkah. And the teacher, like out of nowhere, comes up to me and was like, you need to stop asking these questions. And like was like, you're being offensive and all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, I'm asking like, were just talking, and like the kid had no problem with it. Like me and him were buddies and everything. And the teacher was like, "You need to stop."
It's mostly so I found. So I've had this experience like where I've talked to like people of other races, and I'll ask them genuine questions.
Yeah.
Because I want to know. I've never lived your lifestyle. I want to see it from your point of view. That's how I learn. That's how I understand you.
Yeah.
And most of the time that people, and I'm gonna, when you're asking those questions, if you can find someone of another race and have those tough conversations, just ask legitimately. Then most people are not dicks.
Yeah.
If you're like, hey man, I just want to know this, and if you think it's offensive, please let me know. I'm not trying to make it offensive, but why do you think this? Why do you understand it this way? Why does your religion do this, or why does your culture see it this way? Those are great conversations to have. There's nothing wrong with it. The only thing I find a problem with it is, and babe, don't take offense to this because it's not you, but it's your kind. White women fuck it up for everything.
I actually had a conversation similar to that with some of my old employees, like asking them, like, okay, you guys have your stereos going, you're listening to some hip hop. If I'm walking along through the shop, singing along to the song, am I allowed to say the N-word? I'm just singing along to the song. I'm not being, you know, it's not being racialized. It's part of the art. I'm just enjoying the art.
And depending on the person.
Yeah, it's all up to the person.
Mm-hmm. You know. So when that's how I mind my P's and Q's. If I'm sitting with like one buddy and he goes, dude, you can't do it, I'm like, all right, and I won't say it. If I'm sitting with one buddy and we're both singing the song, dude, it's coming out loud and proud. We're fucking high-fiving and hugging each other. Like, but that's how one friendship is, and that's another friendship, and that's a respect thing because those guys are my friends.
There is a huge difference.
And if I'm with both of them, I will keep my mouth shut because the one takes offense, and that's how I take it.
There's a huge difference in singing along in a song that has that as a lyric and referring to someone in that manner.
And that's how I look at it as well. I'm not going to flat out, I'm not going to call you that name. I don't think I use racial. I use racial stereotypes. I don't use racial slurs. Like,
you're just digging yourself a hole that you're not going to get out of.
I know.
So.
I was just about to add my 2 cents, and I shut myself the fuck up real quick.
Well, no, and here, like, and here's what I mean when I use racial stereotypes, because you guys automatically think I'm talking about a certain culture, and I'm talking about my culture.
You're talking about Mexicans. You're talking about yourself.
I talk about myself. That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about myself. I call out my stereotypes on my family. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. Like, I won't call you a racial name just to call you a racial name. No. I did it one time and it slipped. I felt like shit for doing it. And luckily the people that were around me went, hey man, you're good. That was called for in that moment in time. You're good. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. They're like, no man, you're fine. You're good. You're in the right. You're in the right there. And I went, oh, okay. I'm gonna go home today. I feel sick. You know,
I think it's partly because of how many like Mexican kids I hung out with out in California and stuff. But like, spick was just a joke word.
Hey, dude.
Like,
but that's Cuban. Don't say that, please. Just try not to use the racial slurs.
Well, I just didn't know if I said the S word, the people aren't going to know what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, but I get it. I'm just trying to.
And yeah, I just think that was like the only one that for a while, a bunch of buddies would all call each other that and shit like that as a joke. Yeah, obviously.
My mother-in-law called me that. You know, one of the last few things she said to me, and I know, and I say that proudly. You know, I wear that badge of honor. Dude, I'm like, here, my mother-in-law called me a spick right before she passed away. And here's my grandmother, who was Hispanic, all 4'6" of her. You know what she came and visited, and her last words to me, because I never got to talk to her before she passed away, I gave her a hug before she went to the airport and flew back to California. And she goes, Mijo, you'll always be my favorite half-breed. I looked down and went, I love you too, Grandma, and gave her a hug. She got my parents' car and drove off. That was her last words to me on this planet.
Yeah.
So clearly, it's fine with shit like that. Like, you know, that's why I'm like, it's just words. Who gives a shit? I'm the one who gives words power, but some people don't see it that way, and I get it.
Yeah.
So I found 2 of the dumbest products in the world this week.
Ooh.
And I just don't know what to say about these products. let's talk about one that let's talk about the first one, the weird one, shall we? God fucking damn it, Twitter just went down again. Did you see that they have what they call underwear for your feet?
Huh?
Yes.
They're called socks.
Nope. That's what I said.
Is it like toeless socks?
Bro, they're so
Is like, do my feet have a dick that I don't know about? And they got like a dick hole or something?
no.
Something along those lines.
Dude, they're available at Walmart for $14.99.
Donnie, have you ever seen someone footing a girl?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jamie, stop. Just shut up. Beautiful things.
Ew.
The fuck? What exactly would be the point of those?
I have no fucking idea.
Like, it's like fingerless gloves.
Oh yeah. Toeless socks.
What the fuck
Dude.
is that for?
It's not even a whole sock. It's a happy.
Sock underwear.
Yep.
That one. There you go.
Like, the best one is I found one that has Hello Kitty.
What the fuck?
Is it for people that get really bad calluses?
I
mean,
have no.
it could be.
Look, Hello Kitty.
The callus thing kind of makes sense to me.
But when you advertise it as that, like, oh, callus protection instead of foot undies.
Foot underwear.
Foot
Yeah.
undies.
UNDEZ undies.
What's the point of that?
See, I hate the feeling of like a toe poking through a sock. So I don't think I would like those at all.
Yeah, no.
That says those are like jazz dance shoes. That I
That's
get.
I guess those are for like dance shoes. I guess for ballerina slippers. But I thought they had the long, like.
And if
ankle
you're
support
wearing
shit.
the flats, that's protecting you already.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, like the ballet flats are structured at the toes also so that you can do the pointing stand easier.
Yeah.
So I'm confused.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Our daughter's calling us. I just declined it.
Why?
She probably tried to call you first.
Oh.
So I was like, what is that vibrating sound on my coming through the sound? So they have sock undies. And then they have that someone posted in the fucking Facebook group that I'm like, that's not a real thing. It's a real thing, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Clap cleats.
Yep.
I saw that. Sex socks?
They're sex socks.
I'm not allowed to wear socks.
I've been told to take socks off also. Yeah.
Agreed.
Toes get cold.
No, I don't give a shit if your
What?
feet are cold or not. You come at me naked wearing socks, it ain't happening.
Why?
It's fucking nasty.
I've had a girl like in the middle of stuff realize that I'm wearing socks, stop it all and be like, no, you need to take those off.
Yeah. Clap cleats. They look like the socks they give you if you're in the hospital stay.
Right. I was gonna say they're hospital.
They give
They're
you
hospital
the
socks.
suicide watch socks.
Dude, that's what they look like.
Those have toes though.
Yeah, they have toes though, which is weird.
Clap their cheeks. Clap cleats.
Like what was that?
No.
2 pairs for $21.99.
Hang on
They're
there.
sold out.
Hang on there, babe. I gotta put on my clap cleats.
Dude, they're sold out.
I love that they have a tab on the back of the socks so you can put them on like shoes. You
Go
can
to
like tug them
Amazon,
up.
search clap.
Dude, look at those things. You know what they look like? They look like the fucking work grips that you get from fucking Harbor Freight, but for your
Yep.
feet. They look
Babe,
like
if you see me wearing socks with toes, know that you're getting some shit tonight.
you know we're about ready to do some fun shit. I'm coming in with
If
my
you
clap
see my
cleats.
you see my toesy socks, get ready.
Yeah, no.
I got my clap. Dude, can you imagine? That's going to be a text. Somebody sent the text to someone. It was like, I got my
the
clap cleats. I got my clap
Get
cleats
ready
on.
tonight.
I got my clap cleats on. You know, got my clap
Just
cleats
dot
on.
dot dot. Just or
That's
like
it.
the emoji where it's like looking off to the side.
That's it. Clap cleats. Just that's all. Dot 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 dot. Clap. Dot dot dot. Next text. Cleats. Dot dot dot.
Your your decision now.
Netflix and chill.
Quill.
Jesus, man. I think I just might have had a stroke. Dude, I think I might have had a stroke yesterday, speaking of which. I walked in from outside. I'm like, my God, it's colder than a witch's nutsack outside. No idea where that came from. I'm using it. Figure it's
Sounds like
gendered.
something Carter would say.
Nope. So, yeah, that's what clap cleats. So when I'm digging up news articles, these are the ones that I dream of.
What?
These are the news articles that I dream of, that I find, and
That you wish to find, yeah.
And it gives me faith in humanity again. So we have a gentleman from London who's a World War II collector of things. And he had to happen to fall on a certain object, and I go to the hospital.
I didn't know this story for a second. Yeah, I remember now.
When he arrived at the hospital, they had to call bomb squad because he fell on a World War II mortar round or fucking mortar round. And it was firmly placed in his rectum.
And then it exploded.
No, it didn't explode.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it had to be extracted
By
Explain that one.
by
a combination
of doctors
and bomb squad.
technicians.
Oh my
You'll be
God.
like, yeah, this is embarrassing.
A 57 millimeter mortar round used by the Royal Artillery in the Second World War as anti-tank rounds. That's what
And that's
was
circumference. That's circumference, so not quite as big.
How the
but
fuck
still.
did he fall? Like, did he just do?
I think that's a lie.
Yeah,
The dude's been fucking himself with this mortar for years.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's been easing his way up to that.
Up to the mortar.
And that was the first round. First rounds.
Sent off,
And it
yeah.
got stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Yeah, falling, that's not gonna happen, my guy.
You know.
Oops, I fell on his dick. I didn't mean to.
This was a step up process. Like, this wasn't something that this was a long-term plan. He just said he fell.
Right. It was just poor planning.
And there just so happened to be something from fucking World War II right where he fell. Bullshit.
Lubed up, you know.
Yeah,
Why is there KY gel on it?
Yeah,
I
and my
spit on
thought
it
is,
before I fell on it.
in your living room, you just have a mortar standing from ass end up, just in your living room, just sitting there.
Yeah. Just
to trip over.
Oops.
He probably had that bitch like stored in the basement somewhere and was like, yeah, one day, me and you. One day I will make this progress. Until then, I'm going to start with some, I don't know, straws.
The handle
Metal
of a
straws.
baseball bat.
Metal straws.
He started like doorbelling himself and worked his way up to a 57 millimeter mortar round.
That's a hell of a journey.
Frodo bag. I don't think Frodo that went that long.
Hey.
I'm just wondering if he used like
a 22 fucking long rifle and like
uses a BB gun, just fucking.
Started off with a BB gun, went to a 22 or 9mm or 22, went to a 9mm, worked his way up. 9 mil. Yeah, the patient was a military enthusiast who tripped and fell onto the 57mm piece of Army ordnance.
Naked, apparently. Yeah, nope. I
That
call bullshit.
also,
You fucking
yeah.
lying sack of shit.
Yeah.
Nah, it punctured through his
Like
jeans.
jump up and down, and like you wouldn't
Yeah.
think the weight would like pull it out.
Just do some jumping jacks. You'll be all right. Stand over this mattress.
Do you think he?
some
Wait.
jumping jacks.
Do you think he called 911 or whatever it is in London, their emergency service, or do you think he drove himself?
Yeah, I
Probably rode a bike.
wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow.
He got a little red wagon and just kind of scooted himself along.
Oh my god.
The guy said he found the shell when he was having a clear out of his stuff. He said he put it on the floor when he slipped and fell on it.
That's not true. I don't believe that. You would have to fall like perfectly.
Exactly.
That's
And if you had clothes on, it would hurt like a bitch. But do they have a picture of the thing?
no.
Well, then see, I
No.
don't. I'd have to see it before I make a
I
affirmative.
feel like you'd only get like an X-ray even. So, and if you're falling on it, that's gonna cause rupturing and shit. Is my other thought. If it does get inside of you somehow.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Yeah, no.
Is there an X-ray?
No, it's not an X-ray, but I'm bringing up a picture of the round. Now this is the. I mean, it's a. Oh boy, hold on. What the fuck is that? Oh. Why did?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, why is that? There it is. Yeah. Like,
Like, is he talking like he was all the way down to the ribs?
oh no, but
It was stuck.
it was stuck. So, I mean, I don't think that entire thing went in. That's not it. That's just a model. That's not the exact. That's just a 57mm round.
Yeah,
That's not the actual thing that went in him. But
it's the same size. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's probably what, about a couple inches big. I mean, it's pretty girthy.
Yeah.
So we have a 70mm casing outside of the house. And yeah, if we're just talking 14 less centimeters, that's still fucking massive.
I have a 20mm barrel behind me.
Yeah.
Like
Holy shit. Yeah, that thing's huge.
I have a 20mm fucking CWIS barrel behind me that I acquired one day.
Yeah. It's dumb. Yeah.
There's that's double plus some sizes on there. That's double the barrel. Oh, that's almost triple the size of the barrel. That's, yep. We'll just go with that's pretty. That's the type of news.
Still don't think
I
he
don't think
fell.
he didn't fall in that thing.
No.
And that thing ain't pointy enough to fucking go through a couple inches of clothes or a couple of some clothing. Say you had a pair of jeans on, shorts.
If you're cleaning out
whatever.
your closet or cleaning up your house, chances are you're not going to be naked.
Yeah. I want to know how this. Yeah. So
You know, oh, I'm going to clean out my
Is he
closet
falling
today.
on
Hang
bowling pins and they're just getting stuck also? Like the fuck?
Strike.
maybe
Okay, make myself laugh. I'm done.
you're done for the day.
What, it hurts.
It hurts. All right. I want to see if this is over the line. We'll go. This is over the line, then we'll wrap things up. Because we always have to have an OnlyFans. We don't have any West Virginia stories this week because West Virginia mostly just drug addicts.
baby?
So, do you think this lady deserves to spend years in prison? She's facing up to 18 years in prison in Indonesia. First of all, it's Indonesia, so you don't really fuck around in that country in the first place.
Yeah, no.
This lady, obviously, this is an OnlyFans lady. She has an OnlyFans account. She was at the airport and went to the second deck of the parking garage and flashed her tits, lifted her skirt, diddled the fiddle for a video, and then went on. Somebody found the video, realized it was at this airport, and then turned it into the police. And then they tracked her down for sex or sexual acts in public in Indonesia and faces 18 years in prison over this. I don't have any way to spin it funny. I just want to know if it's over the line because I think it's a little over the line.
Because she did something on the internet?
No, well, she put this video of her on her OnlyFans account of her. I think she showed her tits. It was like a 2-minute video on her OnlyFans account of her showing her tits, and then she like lifts her skirt in this parking garage and kind of masturbates for her OnlyFans people. So these people, someone on her OnlyFans, paid for this video, seen it, went, "Oh, that's at this airport in Indonesia," because she recognized the background. And then turned the video and then turned it into fucking police. You're a fan of this lady's and turned her in for it.
But they didn't catch her in the act.
No, but it's still fucking Indonesia. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You
This
can't even
ain't
chew
America,
gum
man.
and walk on the street there. Like it's illegal.
But they have a fucking mall that turns into 4 floors of whores at 7:00 at night.
Hey man, timing is everything.
Standards, right?
Yeah.
So this is what this lady doing. She they arrested her for this. I can't spin it funny. It's fucking crazy to me. I don't have anything. If you guys can find a humor in it, please do. I feel terrible for this lady. This lady's out there hustling.
In the States, you get registered on like the sex offenders list if you get caught if it's even like with the partner and everything for public stuff. So I mean,
I think it's depending on the situation.
If it's like full on sex in public, it's on the list. Yeah.
I mean,
and so like that fucking ruins people's lives of just getting caught in public having sex, and that absolutely ruins lives. Can't get jobs, can't work around children, can't yada yada yada. And so 18 years, it's comparable. It's comparable in my opinion to an extent. You're obviously having more time taken away, but you're taking so much away from the person in the States with putting them on the list for it also.
So in most states, if you have so here in St. Louis, I'll take this for a fact because I know a couple of buddies that have had this charge. They have Mardi Gras. Donnie, we know this.
Yeah.
They do Mardi Gras here. Well, most of the time in Soulard, they don't ever have enough fucking bathrooms or Johnny on the spots. So most dudes will duck down an alley and fucking pee because it's one of the reasons why it's cool to be a man. We could pee anywhere. Fuck, we could write our names with it if we wanted to. If you would get caught, it was automatically $200 fine, and you had to register as a sex offender.
Yeah.
If you got caught, if you got urinating in public. So, well, a couple of buddies like, dude, this is fucked up, and it was like, well, you had to a lot of guys were like, you had to register for a sex offender for 1 year.
Yeah.
So there's and it's fucked up still. That's bullshit that they fucking did it. Like they did it that way. Now I don't think it's just a fucking fine. It's like, dude, you're partying. We get it. Like they finally relaxed on that part.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
They relaxed on that part at least. But at the time they were just don't fucking pee in public. You're like, get some fucking urinals. Start Johnny on the spots down here. They never fucking did. So
with this though, she did it for her OnlyFans. It's not like she did it as she's flipping off there wherever fucking place she was at. Yeah. So she did it for her OnlyFans to show, and like he said, somebody paid for the video and then turned it in. That is kind of a dick move. I mean, if she would have just done it just to do it without the OnlyFans, I don't know, but it's kind of a dick move to pay for that, to follow her and pay for that and then turn it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the part I don't like more than anything is the person that turned her in.
I mean, don't
Yeah.
don't follow her
Don't
or
vote,
pay
don't
for
like
her
it.
OnlyFans shit if you're, like, I don't know.
Don't look.
Against public stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
If you, I mean, I'm not saying
Was it right?
No.
No.
I'm
but
not. I'm not saying she was right for doing this.
No,
she
neither am
was
I.
wrong
Yeah.
for doing it.
No.
But I get why she did it because she's trying. That's how she makes her money. That's how she can go on trips. This is how she hustles. Like, did she hurt anybody when she did this?
No.
No, there wasn't any kids or anything like that around.
Yeah.
It was a quick little video. Big deal. But for you to turn it in, you're a piece of shit. To be honest, that's what I think. That's me. That person that turned it in. This lady's out here trying to hustle, make some money, and you're going to turn her in.
You paid her.
And you
Totally.
paid her. And
You paid her to do that. Or you paid to watch her do similar things.
I bet you this was a person that DM'd her
And she ignored.
and she ignored. And he was like, "Meh,
Fuck this bitch.
fuck,
You're not actually my girlfriend?
You're not my girlfriend. You mean I've been giving you all this money and you're not going to reply to me? I know what's going to happen. Shame on. See, you should have replied to me, Becky. Fucking asshole.
Mm.
Fucking jerk. I think that's the part I'm really kind of more upset about it is that, this lady's out here hustling. I don't think she deserves to go to prison for 18 years, maybe a little fine and a little slap on the wrist. Don't do that.
Service or something.
Yeah.
I mean, here in the States, we have a holiday. It's that runs on in a city, actually in a couple of cities, that runs on women flashing their boobs for beats. Like,
For now.
until I'm sure it's going to get offended somewhere.
Yep.
But, this lady, I'm just saying. All right, let's wrap this thing up today. Donnie, I know you got to get out of here quickly. You got to go to work. What do you got for us? Anything?
No. Nothing at all.
Mazel tov and be happy.
Look at
huh?
you smiling.
Look at you
at the
I am.
smiling.
I'm happy, man.
I'm so happy to be out of Texas.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm sure Texas would have been better if you would have, like we were there.
Oh yeah.
And the job situation was a little better because Texas is a
Right.
cool state. It really is.
Just Dallas sucks.
There you go.
Yeah. I still want to go spend some time down there, but it'd
Texas is a
be
good time.
Austin area.
Austin's cool. Houston's fun. Dallas is a good time. I've always had a good time in Dallas. So, James,
Nothing much. Just Cankle_eater. Twitter.
gotcha. Baby,
Since today's Scentssy's last 50% off holiday shit, scented with a twist at Scentsy.us. Thank you, Sissy J, for placing an order. You're the woman.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's all. That's all I got. Nothing else going on. Same shit, different day. Groundhog Day.
that's it. Groundhog Day. Everyone enjoy your week. Once again, Red Beard, Knife and Leather. Kick some cool stuff. Since Christmas right it up, tell Ed we said hi.
Hi, Ed.
Other than that, Lost Losers Podcast at gmail.com. Losers_lost on the Twitter. Lost_loser_podcast on Instagram. Go to lostlosers.com. Buy some merch. It's Christmas time, ladies and gentlemen. We love you. We need the money as well. Mazel tov and happy Chwanukah. Later.
Shoot.